fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft locomotive tutorial. Today, we're going to be building this Union Pacific SD70ACE. So let's get right into the build here. So as usual here, the first step is to take out a dark oak stair for the coupler, and we'll get that attached up. Underneath that, we're going to put on a dark oak fence gate. Come delete these fence gates off the locomotive behind it, and on either side of the coupler we'll put two dark oak fences. On the next block down, in the middle, we need to get 3 cyan terracotta blocks. On the sides of that, we're going to put a deep slate brick stair upside down and facing outward on either side. Then 5 cyan terracotta across the top and a dark oak button on the corners here and here. Come around in front of it, and we're going to make a 3-block tall T-shaped pattern of cyan terracotta in the middle. Come around behind it, 3 upside down deep slate brick stairs facing that way on the top middle. Then in front of this, a 5x3 of cyan terracotta. Then we're going to take a quartz slab, and we're going to put 3 of them coming up this gap here to be the stairs. Same thing on this side here. Then we're going to swing around in front of it and do our wheels. So we're going to skip 1 block forward from this down on the rails, get a netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then we're going to put 2 rows of 5 polished deep slate slabs on the upper hip box. Then another set of netherite wheels here with an end rod axle. And then another 2 rows of 5 polished deep slate slabs on the upper hip box. Then a final set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Then open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels down here. Then we'll go back to cyan terracotta, and we'll fill in the top middle 3 on the second layer up, coming down the length of the truck. We're going to come out 1 block past where the fence gates are, come underneath and put 3 on bottom. Then coming off that bottom block, we're going to put a row of upside down, outward facing, deep slate brick stairs, and that's going to be 17 blocks long in total. Once we have 17 blocks, 3 cyan terracotta across here, and then same thing on this side, 17 upside down, outward facing, deep slate brick stairs to frame in the fuel tank on this side until it connects up down here. Then we'll go back to cyan terracotta and continue filling this top middle 3 in above the fuel tank. We'll bring it right down here, and for now we'll stop at the end of the fuel tank. Then we'll do our next set of wheels, so skip a block forward from this down on the rails, netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then 2 rows of 5 polished deep slate slabs on the upper hip box. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle, and another 2 rows of 5 polished deep slate slabs on the upper hip box. Then a final set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels down on this end here. Then we'll go back to cyan terracotta again, and we'll continue filling the top middle 3 in. We'll bring it down the length of this truck here. We'll stop above where these fence gates are. In front of it, we're going to make a 5x3 of cyan terracotta, coming out to each side of the rails. In front of that, a T-shaped pattern in the middle, then an end rod on bottom above each rail. In front of that, 3 deep slate brick stairs on the bottom middle, then an upside down stair facing outward on either side of that. On the next layer up, a cyan terracotta in the middle, and 2 forward-facing, upside-down stairs on either side of that block. Then 3 upside down forward facing stairs on the top middle. Then 3 quartz slabs coming up this gap here for stairs. And same thing on this side here. Then we'll take out a dark oak stair for the coupler, turn around and get it stacked up to that second block. Delete the one we used for placement. Underneath it, put a dark oak fence gate and open dark oak fences on either side of the coupler here. Now come on the side of the truck here, and above each of the wheels on the side, put a polished deep slate slab. Same thing here, so a slab above all 3 of these wheels. Come over to the other side, a slab above all 3 of these wheels, and a slab above all 3 of these wheels. Then we're going to come underneath and take out a grindstone, and we're going to hang an upside down grindstone on the side in front of each wheel. Same thing down here, upside down grindstones in front of the wheels. And of course, we do the other side. So grindstones in front of these wheels, and grindstones in front of these wheels here. Then my front end's facing the void here, making this the conductor side. On the conductor side, on top of the fuel tank here, we're going to put a full line of cyan terracotta to fill in the top of the fuel tank. On this side, starting from the back, we're going to put 5 sideways anvils for an air tank. Then a player head, a crimson sign, and a crimson button. Come over here directly aligned with that, and we do the same thing. So a player head, crimson sign, crimson button. Come back to the other side, and there's another air tank. So starting in front of that button, a full line of sideways anvils. Then we're going to take out a bell and put it above the truck in front of that first wheel there. Up here we put a chain there and there on the second layer, a chain in these 2 gaps. Turn around and come back here and we do the same thing. A chain in these 2 gaps, and a chain in these 2 corner gaps. Then on the third layer up, we're going to go end to end on the middle 3 with more cyan terracotta. Then on the top outside edge on the third layer up, we're going to go end to end with yellow concrete on both sides. Then we're going to come on top of the front here on the 3rd block back from the front. And 1 block in from the side on the left, we're going to put a door. Then we'll fill the rest of this in with a line of yellow concrete. Then 2 lapis in the middle, yellow concrete on each side. Then 3 yellow concrete on the top middle, and a deep slate brick stair facing forward on each side. Come around behind that, a column of 2 yellow concrete on each side, and an outward facing deep slate brick stair on each side. Fill this with yellow concrete, and then cover the top of this nose with gray carpet. We'll also do a T-shape of gray carpet on this front porch here. Behind this, on this side, we're going to put 1 yellow concrete on bottom, then 2 sideways observers and a yellow concrete. On the other side, 4 yellow shulker boxes. On the next layer, 4 yellow concrete on each side. On the next layer, yellow concrete on each corner, and fill the gaps with red concrete for the locomotive number. Then we're going to switch to cyan terracotta. A cyan terracotta on the back of each side, 2 cyan stained glass panes on each side, then across the front, 2 cyan stained glass, cyan terracotta, 2 more stained glass. Then we'll fill the top middle 3 of this whole cab roof with cyan terracotta. On the outside edges, we're going to put a row of outward facing deep slate brick stairs. Same thing on this side here. Behind this on top, coming off the center of the cab, we're going to put a line of 7 cyan terracotta. Then 2 cobbled deep slate, and 2 iron bars on each side of that cobbled deep slate. On the conductor side up here, a full row of cyan terracotta. Here we put 1 cyan terracotta, then a sideways observer, and then fill it to the front with cyan terracotta. Then we're going to put a ladder on the side right here. Over here, in front of this, we're going to skip one block forward from the iron bars, put 3 gray stained glass, skip a block, and a ladder. Underneath it here, 1 block in from the outside, we're going to do 2 layers of yellow concrete to the end of this section. We'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, so 2 layers of yellow concrete starting right there down to the end of this section. Then on this engineer side, we'll put a door right here and another layer of yellow concrete to the back of this. Over here, another full layer of yellow concrete. Then above that, we're going to do a layer of cyan terracotta. And then over here, the same thing. Start by that door and a layer of cyan terracotta. On top in the middle, a smoker for an exhaust, and then surround it with a C shape of cyan terracotta like this. Then on top, surround it with iron trapdoors. Then directly underneath this here, we're going to put a backward facing, right side up, deep slate brick stair on either side like this. Come under here, put a yellow concrete in between them. Then we'll fill the rest of this with yellow concrete. And we'll do the same thing over here. Fill the rest of this section with yellow concrete. On this side, on bottom, we're going to put 2 yellow shulker boxes, 2 yellow concrete, 2 shulker boxes, yellow concrete. Then 1 yellow concrete under that door so there's a stair. Then we'll come work on the other side of this, and we're going to take out deep slate tile walls. And we're going to put 5 on bottom, then 5 yellow concrete, then 5 walls on top. Behind that, we're going to put 2 layers of 3 yellow concrete, and then 3 cobbled deep slate on top. Then 1 deep slate tile wall in that corner. Then we'll come down and work on the rear end here. We're going to come on the middle of the back on the 3rd block in and make a column of 4 yellow concrete. Then kitty corner out 1 to each side, the same thing. Then a cyan terracotta on top of all 3 of those. Come up in front of it in the middle, we're going to put 3 cobbled deep slate, 3 sideways anvils. On the sides of it, a 3x3 of iron bars. Same thing on this side, a 3x3 of iron bars. Then above the iron bars, 3 yellow concrete on each side, and 3 cyan terracotta on the top. Then a cyan terracotta in the middle, fill those 2, and a cobbled deep slate in that 2nd block back on the center. In front of this, a column of 4 yellow concrete on each side. Then in front of that on the far side, 3 deep slate tile walls, and a yellow concrete on top. On this side here, we're going to put an oak stair, a yellow concrete coming to the top here, and above the oak stair we're going to close a jungle trapdoor for the brake wheel. Then we'll take out cyan terracotta. Right here we're going to make a row of 5 that's coming out sideways so it sticks out like this. Then coming off the front of that, we're going to extend it out another 8 blocks forward on the side here. Then we'll come back over and we'll frame this in so it's a rectangle. Put 3 across the middle here, so you should have 2 3x3 squares in the center. Next, we can go ahead and fill everything underneath this 4 high to the front of this section with yellow concrete. And then of course, we'll do the same thing on this side. So fill it in 4 high with yellow concrete from the front of this section back till it's all filled in. Then we're going to come underneath where it sticks out here, and we're going to take out deep slate brick stairs and put a row of upside down stairs facing outward. Same thing on this side here, a row of upside down stairs facing outward underneath where it sticks out. Next, we can go ahead and fill in this gap here 4 high with yellow concrete until this whole side's filled in. And then we'll do the same thing here, fill in this side 4 high with yellow concrete. Then we can put cyan terracotta up this middle gap. And we'll also put cyan terracotta in this middle gap in these 2 squares here. Then, in each of the centers of these 2 squares, put a cobbled deep slate. Put oak trapdoors on top of them and also above that cobbled deep slate. Surround this one with iron trapdoors. Surround these 2 with polished black stone blocks. Then polish black stone slabs around the tops of these 2. Then we'll also use our polished black stone slabs to fill in the gaps where these holes in the corners of these 2 squares are. Then we're going to take out a ladder. Over here we're going to put a 3x2 of ladders. Over here, 2 here, and 2 up in that corner. Now come up to the front of this section that dips down and put 2 rows of 3 deep slate brick slabs. Then in the center, open back-to-back dark oak fence gates for a horn, and fill the rest of the top of this section with deep slate brick slabs. Then take out gray carpet and put gray carpet down the top of this box here. Then come down here and start filling this walkway down the side with gray carpet. Come around the corner here, a T-shape of carpet on the back porch, then around this corner, and all the way up this side of the locomotive. Then we'll place it up here. We'll have to come down here, stand on it and crouch to put it above these shulker boxes, and then 1 up on that stair. Then we're going to come up on top of the cab. On the second block back, we're going to put 3 iron trapdoors across, skip a block 3 more, and in between them, a gray candle on either side. Then we'll put gray carpet up here, then in the center, and we'll fill the rest of this section on top with gray carpet. That way we cover up that shulker box and these iron bars here. We'll also come back here and do gray carpet around the fans up here, and in between them, and around these fans, and around this fans down to the back. Then we're going to do all of our railings here, so take out a birch fence and come up front. Down here in this corner, we're going to come up by 3, then over 1, and a 2x2 up here. Same thing on this side, we come up 3, over 1, and a 2x2 up here. Then right here we come up by 4, and same thing on this side, up by 4. Then we'll come work on the back. Still using a birch fence here. Here we come up 4. Here we come up 3, over 1, and a 2x2 up here. Same thing here, up 3, over 1, and a 2x2 up here. Here we come up by 4. Then we'll swing around in front of this here, and we're going to switch over to an oak fence. We'll connect that up right here, and we're going to bring it all the way up this side of the locomotive. When we get right here, we're going to come up 1, and then start coming over again, and then here, up another 1, and then over 2 till it connects. Then we'll work on the other side here. So come to the other side, back down to the back, connect our oak fence up right here, and come all the way up this side of the locomotive. Then when we get right here, we're going to come up by 3, and then we'll come over until it connects up with the cab up here. So it looks like that. Then we'll come down and detail the rear end of the locomotive here. We're going to take out an oak sign and put it on the side on the top yellow block. we're going to type our locomotive number, which for this one is 9096, and same thing on the other side here. Then we'll hit both of those with red dye and then a glow ink sac. In the center, a glow item frame with glowstone for a headlight. Down here, glow item frames on each side with glowstone for rear ditch lights. Then we'll come up and work on the front end. So come up to the front end here, on top above the windows. I put a headlight in the center, but don't do that. That's wrong, and I realized it later and fixed that. This locomotive has the headlight on the nose, not above the windows. So don't put that headlight there. But on the sides, put a dark oak sign with the locomotive number 9096 on each side. Then we'll hit these signs with white dye and then a glow ink sac. Come down here, glow item frames on each side with glowstone for ditch lights. Here I realized my mistake and fixed it, so I took this headlight off the top center here, put a glow item frame on the center of the nose with glowstone for the headlight. Now we need to make some banners, so get out a loom and come into it. A white banner, red dye, and make red vertical stripes. Switch to blue dye and make the top half blue. New banner, back to red dye here. We're going to put a horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, horizontal in the middle. Switch to blue dye and make the top half blue. Then one more new banner, back to red dye, horizontal on bottom, horizontal on top, horizontal in the middle. Then we can come place these. On the center of the nose under the headlight, we put this one with the vertical stripes in the center. Then we're going to come back here, 2 blocks forward from that section of walls, and put this one with vertical stripes. Do this on this side, 2 blocks forward from the handbrake, put the one with vertical stripes. In front of it, on the top block, we're going to put 4 dark oak signs coming forward to represent where it has some lettering. Same thing on this side. Except I just realized on this side, I made it too high. So we got to come over here and lower this down. Sorry about this. So take this banner and these signs back off, lower them down by 1 block. Now it's correct. For the flag on the side, there's a couple different ways to do it here. If you want it wavy, we can put our banners like this. But if you think that looks weird, we can also just make a straight flag and change the pattern of banner so it's just straight like that. Or we can do it a completely different way here. We'll take the banners back off, and we can come on the side here and we'll knock out a 2x4 of the yellow concrete in the center of this here. And we're going to use lapis lazuli and TNT to make a flag pattern just like this. And then of course we need a flag on the other side, so we'll do the same thing over here. Or you can use the banners. It's up to you what you think looks best. And we'll do the same pattern. Then we'll come down to the very back and put this one with the vertical stripes under the headlight. Then we'll come up front with a white stained glass pane, one here and here for rear view mirrors. Then we'll do the interior here. So we'll come on in through this nose door. We'll put an end portal in this bottom corner for a toilet. Then we'll do a column of smooth sandstone slabs up to the bottom of the window, and same thing on this side. On the side here, we're going to raise the slabs 2 blocks high, 2 blocks high in this back center, and 2 blocks high over on this side. In the center, we'll use our slabs to make a staircase coming down. In the back, we put a blast furnace in the middle, glowstone on top. Then, we're going to put a stair on each side here to be seats. Over here, a slab for a desk. In the center, a glow item frame with an end crystal, and a lever here for the engineer. come down the stairs, turn around, put a door right here. Now the interior's done. And there we have it, folks. We've completed our Union Pacific SD70ACE locomotive. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.